call is a split call, Rawiri Waititi.
As I take to my feet, as my people took to theirs a year from today, I remember. Standing at the edge of Te Tiriti, thinking of the many people who have sacrificed and dedicated their lives to liberation of our people and to the mana o Te Tiriti o Waitangi. Resolute and unwavering in their conviction, whether thousands of people followed them or only a few. I remember the ikahuirua of that time, Korobom Gillies and Ricky Mitai, ngā poito o te hau kupenga o te iwi Māori, the boys of the net of kotaitanga that held our people together during the biggest hikoi this country has ever seen. I remember the ahi, a righteous raging inferno in the puku of everybody that walked the hikoi. I remember the kāpura ahi that was lit in rangatiratanga, the declaration of undisturbed occupation, a reflection of the same fire burning in the puku of everyone on that hikoi, their declaration of undisturbed sovereignty. And then I remember Te Haiko o Tainui, a time when a fire threatened our whenua at Whakapapa, and it was burnt to smithereens. And yet Te Haiko o Tainui, the marker of the landing place of the Tainui waka, remained untouched. In the middle of scorched earth, the po of our story still stood. I remember Kingi Heitia. I remember in recent days the inferno that blazed on Tongariro Maunga. Scorched earth once again, and still, Te Ririti, that significant po whenua marking undisturbed sovereignty, remained untouched. From the ashes, the declaration remained. I remember Te Ariki Nui Tumu Te Heuheu. I remember on this day last year coming back to this house during the hikoi, ki te mura o te ahi, our righteous burning anger, the fire in our puku as we shook the very foundation of this house and the world with a haka led by voices of our rangatahi, a declaration of our resistance. Again and again, the same pattern appears. First comes, the land is scorched. The system thinks it has burnt us out. And yet the po remain, the stories remain, the people remain. And so when I look at the Regulatory Standards Bill, I see it for what it is, another fire. Not the fire of our people seeking justice, but the cold, calculated arson of a government that wants to burn down the constitutional protections that stand between our people and exploitation. It is no accident that this government has brought the Regulatory Standards Bill to its final reading 1 year after the first reading of the Treaty Principles Bill and during the anniversary of the hikoi o Te Tiriti. And so we remember that Te Tiriti o Waitangi is the first and highest regulatory standard of this land. We will repeal the Regulatory Standards Bill. Ahi, in all its forms, means to withstand, to hope, to regenerate, to rejuvenate, to reset. It is a declaration of our occupation and our tino rangatiratanga. This bill tries to smooth that ahi. Our job is to keep it burning. To the day 1 year ago, our people stood in the streets and reminded this house who we are. Today, as this government tries to pass a law to forget us, we stand again to remember. We remember that the Tiriti is our standard, our covenant, our fire that does not go out. We remember those who walked before us, who stood often alone and lit the path anyway. To our people feeling the same fire in your puku, do not be distracted by the noise. Remember the bigger picture. Remember who we are. Remember why we believed. Keep the ahi burning. This bill may pass in the House today, but it will not survive our people tomorrow. We will all rise from the ashes, and we will build an Aotearoa home, not on scorched earth of deregulation, but on the enduring fire of Te Tiriti o Waitangi. Kia ora tata.